In this vlog, we are going to know what is a Dagger. So, basically, Dagger is a dependency injection framework. So, if you are a complete beginner and don't know what is a dependency injection, don't worry, you will be having a very good knowledge on what is a dependency injection after thoroughly going through this video. So, here in this part of tutorial, I have chosen a simple example of using strings and integers to explain what is a dagger. In real time we may not be using this, but to make you understand in a very simple manner, I mean, if we do any network callings or any database with dagger, you might feel a little bit confused to understand the concept of dagger. So I totally want to concentrate on the concept of dagger rather than the example we are using it. So let's get started. So here the first thing is adding dagger to our project. So whenever you are doing this tutorial, whenever you are following this tutorial, please make sure that you are adding the latest version of dagger. As of now I am having 2.27 version, so these two lines need to be added whenever you are going to start with the dagger. So the first thing is we need to specify the modules. So here you can see these are the two modules which we are using. So here in this module, in the data module, first of all we will see we are providing, as I said, a simple example. We are providing two strings over here. You can see one is a get string and another is a get integer. So what's the use of these two strings? We are providing these two methods to be injected into our activity. So whenever you specify a string or integer in your activity, you can make use of these two methods. How, we will see it later. So in app module we will be providing our application. So here we are creating an application and we are initializing our dagger component. So before going into component, first let us know what is a module. So there are three phases in dagger dependency injection. First is module, and the second one is a component, and the third one is the place where we use these dependencies injection. It may be activity, fragment, or let us consider it to be a consumer. So to be clear, three phases: module, component, and consumer. So module provides the dependency methods, classes which we are going to use. So and this consumer will make use of those dependencies, classes, and methods. So in between, the component act as a bridge. So with the help of the component we can make use of the methods and classes provided by module into our consumer activity. So now I think you got a basic idea of what is a dagger. So let's get started with our example. So as you can see, we have specified two methods, get string and get integer, as a data module, and our application in an app module. Also specify your application in Android manifest file to get it initialized. So here this is an application file extending application. Here we are initializing our dagger component with our both modules we are having, and in app module we are specifying the context of application, and in data module we don't have any context. Here you can see there is no context required, and in app module we are requiring a context. With the help of a primary constructor we have taken it. So let's come to the component. We have thought the component as a bridge. So here you can see we have provided annotation at the rate component. So what is an annotation? And we have specified three modules, three components, right? Module, component, and activities. So in module we have been specifying, to know this as a module we need to specify it with an annotation module. you can see in data module we have specified, in app module also we have specified. So we can consider it as a module at the time of compile. Okay, and in component we need to specify those two modules here. So the first step is module, so we have done with the modules, and in the second step is a component. So here this component we need to specify with the annotation at the rate component. So in the component we are making an interface, so with the help of this interface we can make use of the modules, like we can make use of the methods which we have specified in our modules. These two methods we can make use in our activity, so this acts as a bridge. So here we have specified component and singleton as an annotation, and singleton will make a single instance of object that can be used. And finally we come to our main activity where we are using those two methods. So first of all, in main activity we need to initialize our injection method. So here with the help of our application we are initializing the injection, and later on we have specified two methods, right, for string and integer. You can see here these two methods. So I want to use these two methods in our main activity, so here I am injecting a string and an integer. So you may think here we have specified string abc and integer number. So what if I specify def ghi, anything you may specify, but the injection is based on this string. So the variable name is an optional, just to fetch the value and to print onto the screen. So I think you understand. In real time, in real world example, we don't use these strings and integers for injecting. We basically use the methods like API calling or whatever the requirement you are having. So we use those libraries for injecting directly into our project. But here I don't want you to get confused to concentrate on those libraries or this dagger. So I have chosen a very simple example to make you understand. So don't think that we use strings and integer variable in real time. So just to make you understand I have done this. Okay, so here we got the two variables abc and num of both string and integer. So here we are initializing. Here you can see I have taken two simple text views to just display the data, and here we are setting the text. As this is an integer value we are adding a string before. So let us see the output what will be. So once you can see the data module we have provided two return values, like here we are returning android coding.in and here we are returning android 123, return 123. So here you can see we have got these two things. If you have any doubts in this thing, you can just try to change the one and try to rerun the application, and this way we can. So basically this dependency injection is used in a large scale applications where you are having a requirement for these dependencies. So much better way of dealing with the applications. In small applications you may not require this dependency injection because it takes a lot of, I mean, coding. So if there is any requirement for in your large applications, then you better go for this dependency injection. So here I think we have got a clear idea of what is a dependency injection now. So here we are using dagger 2. So this dagger 2 is completely based on the annotations. So previously we are having dagger 1 which is with reflection and annotations. So if you are having any more queries, regarding this tutorial, you may comment in the comment section, and if you want the entire code for this tutorial, you can go through the link which I have provided in the description. So if you like this tutorial, like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also hit on the notification bell icon to get the more interesting video tutorials as soon as I post them.